Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. My guy Frankie Rob, man, what's going on with you?
What's happening, bro? You know everything smooth here, bro.
Yeah, man.
What's going on with you, man?
Man, just another day, man. Just another day, man. Just, you know what I'm saying, enjoying the sunshine. I see a lot of people gonna get out today, man. Probably go to the beach and stuff like that, man. And try to stay COVID free, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, try to stay COVID free, man. We got a great episode today, man. But before we start the episode, man, I want to talk to you about the two young men, man, in Miami, man. The incident with the guns and all that kind of stuff, man. That's not crazy, man. Before I let you talk about that, bro, my biggest thing, what people got to realize, man, is, man, you cannot believe what you hear on the media, bro. Like, the media gonna twist it and spin everything, man, in a minute, bro. So what you think about that situation down there, man? DeAndre Baker and the other kid, man.
Now, I don't know, man. It's like they want to say assault, armed robbery, but I ain't seen nothing really come up, man. So I don't know, man. What you guys stay careful, man. Stay safe, man. Be smart, man. Yeah. Like anywhere in the world, y'all get millions of dollars a couple of days ago, and then you go do this right here, right? So I don't understand. I don't know if it's real or not.
What's crazy?
That don't make sense. I paid $615 up to rob somebody I played with or was around. Come on, that made no sense, man.
Man, the one thing that's crazy, man, is like I never thought probably like 15 years ago or 10 years ago that Plies would be a person that like just spitting out knowledge to like kids, bro. So like he said it, bro. Like 2 weeks ago, he said, bro, a lot of people because of this COVID-19 gonna be in places they wouldn't be if they was doing what they was doing regular. You just gotta watch yourself because you're around people that's not having the same goals or doing the same goals as you. So it's like it's crazy, bro. It's like it's real crazy, man. But one more thing before we start off, man, I'm gonna give a shout out to Deontay Hampton from Jacksonville, Florida, from giving us a plug on the running back that committed to TCU. We haven't. Me and Frankie Rob haven't contacted him yet, but we're gonna try to contact Zachary Evans, man, and get him on the show. And also on Twitter, I wanted to give a shout out to Crimson Cleo. She's an Alabama friend, but I think she's from Tennessee.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think she's from Tennessee, bro.
Yeah, okay.
So
appreciate it.
She gave us so many plugs on people to have on the show. You know, this latest one she wanted us to interview was from overseas, and we're gonna definitely look into both of those. Y'all keep coming with the suggestions, and we're gonna keep plugging these people in, man. Right, Frankie Rob?
Absolutely, dog. We're gonna take care. Thank you. Travis Cleo, appreciate you.
Yeah.
All the time looking out for us, man. Thank you.
All right, man. Let's get into the show, man. So we got two very special guests from Duval. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be an outstanding show. They have a similar path that I think is very, very, very interesting to talk about. First of all, we got Derwin Kitchens. He went to Raines High School. Also went to Iowa Western and Florida State University. And we got Jamon Gordon. And he went to Jackson High School out of Jacksonville, Florida, and went to Virginia Tech. Both of them played overseas, man. Fellas, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How you doing?
All right, man. That's awesome, man. We're glad to have y'all on the show, man. I appreciate y'all breaking bread with us and taking time out, man. We're gonna get everything started, man. So like, we guys just started out with Derwin, man. So like, how was your younger years in Jacksonville, Florida, trying to find out like kind of what you want to do and stuff like that?
It was rough. You know what I'm saying? It was rough growing up, but it ain't no different from any other kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really just trying to have fun, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but just following around my big brother and them, going to the park, that kind of gave me something to really like look forward to. Like, so I gravitated to sports. I gravitated to basketball and football. So just being around my big brother and them, that kind of opened my eyes up to have a vision on something. So.
All right, for sure. Jamon, I know everybody call you Reb, man, so we're going to go ahead and call you Reb, man. So how was it for you?
It was about the same, you know, growing up in the hood, you know, seeing a lot of stuff, seeing a lot of people, you know, going down the wrong paths and trying to find a different way. Luckily, I had a bunch of friends that we all just kind of gravitated to sports, you know, like, of course, being from Florida, you want to play football first, and basketball kind of came later. Even though I was playing it when I was young, I never really took it serious like I took it as I got older. But it was rough, man. You know, seeing a lot of stuff going up in the hood, you can get off course, but you got to have that right core people around you trying to keep you on the right path, and sports is the best way to make it out. So I kind of just gravitated to sports. So anybody who I knew that did anything with sports.
For sure. Red, did you have anybody other than friends or older friends or somebody like that guided you, a teacher, anybody who kind of just like, hey, bro, you got an opportunity? Anybody who kind of guided you, a coach, anything like that?
Before my coach, was a dude in my neighborhood named Arnold Jackson. He went to Jackson some years before me. And I remember just seeing him coming to the park and how everybody just treated him. And we always kind of knew that he was going to college. So it was kind of like watching him follow his footsteps, like almost trying to do everything he did when he came to the park. Then when I got older, Coach David, he was our coach at Lee Bulls VA and Derwin coach. So he almost kind of changed my life, like just taking me in and, put me on AAU. Then from AAU you start traveling a little bit more, you start seeing the world. So Jacksonville seemed like everything once we started playing AAU. So Coach David Jones probably one of the main reasons that I really made it out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. Derwin, what any mentors for you?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like growing up, shit, I ain't stay in the house with my daddy, so I look to other people for like mentorship and like role models. And like you said, like David Jones is the main one, but it was a few other people like Coach Anthony Flynn that was at Reebok. Like he was my coach at Butler when I was young, like in the 7th grade. So I had a few people. It was Coach Flynn, Coach David Jones, Coach Ernest Polite. It's a lot of people that played a role in, like helping me out as far as when it came to sports. But David Jones is definitely the main one.
All right, for sure. Frankie Rob, man, how important is it to give back, bro? Like, even if you don't have it, bro, how is it important to give back, man?
Yeah, I think it's really important, man. For real, like I grew up with Real. You know what I'm saying? We all come out of Brentwood type situation, right? But I could tell. I'm older than him, but I could tell. Like I could look at him, and you could tell that he was going through something because he was somebody up there grinding all the time. Him and we call them Boo and Troy Solomon. Them boys are always together, always trying to do something to get it to the next level. They always grinding. Everybody know Arnold, what to do, and he was like the role model to everybody in our neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? But, I feel like when it comes to Real, he always gave back. Like, one thing I can say about the generations that I know around us, like, man, we different type of situations, man, when it comes to being dad or it comes to being a mentor. Like, we're there for the people younger than us. More than what we had. That's why they can name like 2-3 people. But right now, you can name a host of people that are my age, a little bit younger than me, maybe 2 years younger than me, that actually create big things to give back to our neighborhoods and our cities.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the AAU scene when y'all were playing AAU. So like it seemed like y'all generation was the ultimate AAU age in Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lee Bulls was nothing better than Lee Bulls. You know what I'm saying? Nationally, everybody knew the Lee Bulls. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So like, how did that affect y'all?
The difference is like it was just one team back then. Like it was Lee Bulls and all the best players wanted to play for Lee Bulls versus now, like you got all these different teams now, so the kids got options. So that's really the main difference right there. Like you really had to be the best of the best to play for Lee Bulls, basically, like because there wasn't no other options. Now you got options to go to different teams.
I think that's one of the main reasons there's more options, and what we was playing for was a lot different than what the kids playing for. Like, we was really playing, at the beginning. So I'm like a year or two older than Derwin, so our teams was different. So we kind of like what we played for, we kind of installed in them. We was really playing for the city, not really thinking about like we going to college and all that. So we probably got to like the 11th and 12th grade. We was really playing for the city. We represented our city. We was like one of the only AAU teams that was all players from one places. Like, and it kind of hurt us once we got to national tournaments because we were smaller. But we was really playing for each other, and we was playing for the city. Now some of these kids just playing AAU just for fun, recreation. But for us, we had some goals, and once players started getting ranked, Reds was number one in the nation, so that kind of like opened our eyes to see how big basketball was outside the city. So I think some people get offended when we talk about our era and our situation because we kind of like, we was playing against players. Most of the players we was playing with then in NBA now, so we seen a lot different. So, and most of us played worse when we came back in the city. We played better on the AU circuit than we played in the city. So we just was playing for the city and putting the city on the map. And, you know, it trickled down. And if you really look at Lee Bulls, they probably got at least 47 players that played D1 or college basketball. So that was the main goal for all of us, the older group, for the young group, and just pass the tradition on.
For real, like me growing up, because I grew up in the Brentwood area, right? Lee Bulls was really the only team, like big time basketball team in Jacksonville. Like I'm an '80s baby. I'm born in '80. So growing up, like, we had Coach Maurice over there at Brentwood, a couple other coaches, other small things. But as far as big time teams, like you got each one teach one with Sean Grew and Rick Randy, they had none of that. Either you use the football or you gonna play basketball for fun. It really wasn't a big avenue for basketball here. Antonio, Red, he kind of changed a little aura here too. Well, no, I can't say he had Kenny Walker, other players like that. But as far as being ranked in the nation, I don't know anybody else in basketball from Jacksonville was ranked in the nation before him.
There was a lot of people. There was a lot of people ranked in the nation, but nobody was never one. So that was kind of that kind of changed the. It ain't nothing higher than one. And then for us to see him doing it against people we hear about, and like Red was a different level, man. Like we probably all got better than him once we got older and got to college and all that stuff. But when we was in AAU, man, it wasn't like none of us was close to him. He was on a different level. But the thing about Red, he made sure all of us ate off of him. And so that's one thing that I always appreciated him, that he ain't never like looked down on us. If he going to the tournament, he gonna take at least one or two of us every time. And if they don't take us, he ain't going. So he helped a lot of us get to college.
And I'm gonna say the same thing. And we flip this to football, Frank and Rob. Same thing with my son Sean. So like, it would be no Sean if it wasn't for the people before him. Like it was just everybody did their thing. Things got better, right? And we just flipped it to the next person, and that's how, the recruiting thing and the hype and buzz and the awards came, because everybody did it better on the next time. And it's like, you just had a pride with it. And then, it got to the point where everybody was saying, just like you got Lee Bulls on your shirt, you repping that name more than anything everywhere you go, you know what I'm saying? But that stuff, like you said, that stuff done changed, bro. That stuff done changed a lot, man. And,
it come from the top, though. It comes from I don't say it's the kids, because the kids still competitive, but, parents are looking at it more like a business wise, but at the same time, you got to have that passion before you even get to the business side. Because most kids don't even have that passion to go out there and work on their own, go out there and, survive on their own. Sometimes the parents I see not helping Jackson, like, everywhere your child go, you are there. You got to let them grow up. You got to let them be, find their own ways. Because eventually, sports will tire you out. If you don't really love it, it'll tire you out. So some of the kids, by the time they get to 11th grade, they don't really care about going to college. They've been playing so long, at that level, you going to college, if you don't love it, you just wasting time.
Yeah, but it's crazy how many black people, man, get degrees off the love of a sport. Man, it's crazy, man. Because a lot of people wouldn't went to college if they didn't have that love for that sport. And I ain't gonna say college is everything, because you don't have to go to college to be successful at all. But it's just checking the block and giving you a kind of a knowledge base or whatever. So like so Derwin, let's start with you, bro. How was the recruiting? How was your recruiting?
It was fun, man. Like it was fun, but I didn't have. On the different side, like I didn't have that structure in my house. Like my mom and my dad ain't know nothing about that. So like, all my recruiting went through David. Like my parents weren't involved with anything. Like they was just behind me. You know what I mean? Like no matter what I did, they was gonna support it. But the recruiting, it was fun, man, to have all these different schools calling about you, want to talk to you, want to see you, all this. So like it was fun, man. It was fun.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Reb, how was your recruiting side, and how did you decide to go to Virginia Tech?
Mine was a little crazy because I was mostly like a late bloomer, so like it was taking me a while to pass the test. I really wanted to go to Georgia Tech. That was the main place I wanted to go. It was something I kind of like always liked about Georgia Tech with the guards, and I finally passed the test. But they told me like just go ahead and commit early, so I had committed like their situation. My grandma raised me, so nobody really knew where I was going. I never really talked to people, nobody but David. You know, like about where I was going. Then you have to understand about them. You thinking you getting letters from school, but you kind of just on the mailing list. So I didn't know who I was getting recruited by. You know what I'm saying? But then once I got to be a senior, you know, you get handwritten letters. But once I passed the test, I started getting some more teams. But David kind of set me down and talked to me about like playing time and not going somewhere sitting on the bench the first 2 years, but going to play. So once I figured out Virginia Tech was going to let me play from the beginning, and they was going to the ACC my sophomore year, so it was just kind of an easy decision for me.
So what would both of y'all say, because the same situation y'all in, other people have, but they don't have Davids. So what would y'all say to a kid that's good, but he don't have a David? How would you tell him just kind of go about his way in his recruit?
You just gotta, like you said, it's a lot of kids that's like that, like you said, like that don't have that David that can really guide them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just that's tough, boy. I really ain't got no answer for that, but you gotta be smart. I ain't never thought about that. It's crazy because I ain't never thought about it, but you gotta be smart. Like if you're a kid that's getting recruited by all these schools, just be smart. Like you might have North Carolina offering you, but shit, they got all these All-Americans too that they trying to bring in. So why not go to a smaller school where you know you're gonna be the man or you're gonna play right away versus going to a big time school? Like, you just got to be smart about certain.
Yeah, I could break that whole thing down like from the rooter to the tutor and help them out, but I'm gonna say it in a short way because we're doing another podcast. The biggest thing to do, man, is get on that internet, bro. That internet is your best friend. The internet, back in the day when y'all was doing it, the information wasn't out there like that. I can type in green toe on the internet, bro, and something gonna come up. You know what I'm saying? So like, you type in the information of the just like we talked about the people before you. You can go on the internet and look at the people before you in situations that you know is going on. It's gonna help you out, and then that also can find you a person that might be like a David. You know what I'm saying? That you might have to build a relationship with. But the internet is your best friend, bro. Is your best friend, bro. That's a big thing, man. So
all right. A lot of these kids, they scared to open their mouth and talk. Talk to people. And, so that's a biggest problem. But that's definitely hard when you ain't got nobody in your corner there. And right now, the way college is, you got to make a business decision. Like what they tell you, like college is the most important years in your life. If you're trying to make money for a sport, you definitely got to make the right decision. Because you know what I'm saying. Like Derwin said, you can go to a big school and ride the bench. Nope, they'll forget about you quick at one of them schools. You just got to go off playing time and the players before you. Like you really got to know what's going on in this business of sport now.
Yeah, and not get caught up in at the same time, not get caught up in social media. Social media have you thinking this, bro, and that ain't how life is, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
that ain't how life is, man. So, what was the biggest upset or downfall you had going from Jacksonville life where you a celebrity almost going into your schools that y'all went to? Rep.
For me, going to Virginia Tech, even though I really did enjoy all my years at Virginia Tech, like off the court, because it's a country town, like you really don't got much to do, but it was good for me. I think back and look at my life, thinking how I would have been in Atlanta at 19, like ain't no telling what I would have got into. So like Virginia Tech was a blessing and a curse for me. But once you get to hooping in your college town, like that's a different type of love. You know what I'm saying? You start appreciating like coming from Jacksonville where you only dealing with black people, and you get to college, like you start meeting more white people. You start looking at them different from what you thought about them when you was in the city. You know what I'm saying? So like getting that love for them, I was learning to open up as a man, dealing with different people from all different types of places. So that love in college was different, but you had to figure out like the demons and the devils coming from different places and different faces now when you're in college. So like a lot of stuff that I got offered in college, I never got offered in the hood. That was kind of like crazy to me. But the love in college, it was great, man. I was popular in college, just being me, and, hanging with the football players and stuff like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's crazy. Before we go to Derwin, man. That's the thing about me, man. Being in the military, bro. Like you meet all sorts of different people from all over the country. White, black, Mexican, whatever, Puerto Rican, whatever. And like it's crazy. Like and Frankie Rock can attest to this too. Like you can almost label people after you get to the military. You can almost label people that you meet because everybody be like kind of the same. Like it'd be different kind of people, but everybody be kind of the same. You be like, dang, he act just like old boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you be like, dang, yeah. You can see that, bro. Yeah, man. But during how was your adjustment? So yours was a little bit different because you went to Iowa Western first, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I got a real story.
Let's get it, baby.
He got a real story.
Let's hear it, baby.
I ain't passed the LCAT. I was supposed to go to Florida. So I took classes down there with the year that they won the national championship. I was taking summer classes with them boys. So that was just a wake up. I was just like a eye opener in itself. Like just to be around something different, like you said. Like shit. Like coming from Rains and coming from Jackson. I'm not trying to talk on the race level type, but I ain't grow up around the white people, so when you get
it's a mindset you gotta have over there.
Now you see it exactly. It's a certain mindset. When you get to school, it's like, man, these some, you know what I mean? Like they cool.
Yeah.
I never hung around them. It's like you start seeing a different light. You start seeing different people, like you said, Japanese, Chinese, whatever it is. Like it's just open your eyes for it.
Yeah, open your eyes, and that's the thing about that's the thing that is good about travel basketball is because you got to go outside of Jacksonville and you realize the world way bigger than Jacksonville, bro. Because you know some of these kids out here, bro, they only place they really been is Jacksonville and maybe Orlando, bro. Like, and they ain't experienced the world. So like that's the one thing that's good about travel basketball. You get to go and see other cities, other races and all that kind of stuff, and it open your mindset up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, how many kids never been to the beach on my side of town?
Man,
never been to the
Hey, that's true, bro.
That's true. I ain't go to the beach like 5 times, so I was like 24, boy. I ain't never knew like literally like now I know about the beach, but growing up, man, how are we gonna get there? You wasn't getting on no bus. Like the beach didn't even seem real. Like I didn't even know my way around the south side. So I got a little older. Like man, we were just stuck on one side. Yeah, stuck on one side, and it dumbed your mind. Like you thinking like I was telling somebody, man, killing and shooting felt so normal growing up. Like, you were hurt, but like it ain't touch you like it's supposed to touch you. You going to college now, you don't hear no shooting, no fighting, no nothing. It's like strange. But people don't think about it. You be mentally just kind of messed up till you get to college and they open like, hey, the world different, man. You ain't gotta worry about walking and getting robbed or all this crazy stuff. Like you could just relax in college. That's what I like about college the most.
Yeah, man.
Well, he did right, Randy, because I know like growing up, Pearl was the whole world to us, right? Yeah. The only thing you knew was, man, you gotta watch out for them over there. You go hit Brentwood up. We can go play out here, play there. Like it's certain situations you gotta be in, but I never knew anything about the South Side. Like real saying, like we ain't going over there. You know what I'm saying? Like it really was no reason. If nobody, no adults around us saying, hey man, just like we do Randy right now. Hey man, we need to go out and see something else. We need to go out and do something else. We had a handful of people, but they governing 10,000 kids. Everybody ain't gonna get touched. Somebody gonna miss. And some of them went to the street. Like I went to the military. Some people went to college. But it's way more people went to jail than it is to college and to the military. You feel me?
Exactly about that, bro.
That's why I argue, man. I argue up and down about the education system. Like they need to change the education system because when you think about it, bro, it used to be church, but school is the only thing that everybody mandatory go to, like kids around, right? So like some kids come out of 2-parent households. Some kids come out of single-parent households. Some kids come out of households they ain't got no parents. You know what I'm saying? But everybody got to go to school. So if they change the education system to showing people how the world is, because half of the stuff you use in school, like you don't even really use in real life, like for real. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like they changed that out. Yeah, they changed that out just a little bit. Have more programs in that mug where it open kids eyes up. Because think about it, man. Once your eyes get open, bro, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? Once you know how the world is, it's really on you, bro. Like to make those decisions, man. And have I ever noticed though? Have you ever noticed though? Like when you dealing with like, especially some white folks, that's decent white folks or whatever. That it's hard to get them to understand the life inside the city and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's hard because it's hard for us to understand their life.
Yeah,
like so, it's hard for us to understand them. Like, oh man, I never seen nobody get shot. I never heard no shooting. You like, what the fuck? Like that. I had a teammate in college that never had seen like a transvestite. And I was like, what? Like, where you live at? But them boys, like, they come from the farm and all that. They never like people die where they from old age.
Dang.
They don't understand when I'm telling them like. Man, my best friend just got killed. My homeboy got shot. He's looking at me like, man, were you in a war? I'm like, man, how that is. Like, it's hard for them to understand us, and it's hard for them to understand them. Like, we got different problems. Everybody got problems, but it's just different. They might be financial. They don't understand. We got financial problems. We got all types of problems on top of that. So it's just like, it's just different growing up. Like, but it made us stronger at the end. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people failed, but the ones who made it out. I think that's why giving back and coming back and helping the kids, showing them that somebody going through the same thing, that went through the same thing, can make it out.
Yeah, when Sean, if Sean make it or when Sean make it, either or, we definitely gonna instead of camps, bro, we gonna do like bus trips, man. Bus trips to like, you know what I'm saying, other cities or maybe a school like in North Carolina or something. You know what I'm saying? Just to show them stuff outside of the city, bro. I think that might help a little bit more than camps, because camps is kind of a glory thing. You do a camp, you give them a T-shirt, you can make it, and all that kind of stuff. You do a bus trip, it's showing more time. I think it's about the same amount of money too, bro. But
that'd be, boy. I ain't trying to cut you off, but that sounds like a great idea, boy. Like, so kids from the hood, they don't have the opportunity. They might not be playing AAU, so they don't travel outside the city. So that'll be real good.
Yeah, man. I think I'm gonna do that, man. So one thing I want to hit on with both of y'all is the fact that I try to get a lot of kids to go far away from Jacksonville. Like, so like I'm not the Miami, Florida State, Florida person. When I'm mentoring a kid or whatever. Like, Derwin, how was it being so close to Jacksonville and being elite like you were?
It was, for me, bro. It's just like playing. I was basically playing home. Like, it's a good feeling when you can just hop on the road 2 hours and they can see me play. I was one of them people that I was like, I really didn't want to stay in Florida. I really wanted to go to Wake Forest coming out of high school, but I just wanted. I was too unsure, so I just wanted to stay close to home. But that was the best decision I ever made. Like growing up as a kid, my favorite basketball team was Kansas, and I had a scholarship coming out of Iowa Western. Like, Bill Self called my phone. They offered me a scholarship and everything, but I just wanted to get back home. Like, this probably was the best decision I ever made, coming back home.
That's awesome.
It was fun, but like, people come see you in person and see you play. Like,
yeah, that's a big thing. It's just sometimes when you're around people who not necessarily doing bad, but just not doing nothing, that can kind of hold you back sometimes. You know what I'm saying? They got to really respect the fact that your grind is totally different than theirs. They can't, bring everything around you that's going on at the crib. So how was it, Ray, being so far away at Virginia Tech and like you're coming back home and stuff?
For me, like I was already like, I already didn't care who came to my games by then. Like, I was already like, my mama was like, my mama was still living her life. My grandma was working. My homeboy was coming to my games. And, so it really didn't bother me going away. But, we had some games in Florida. We played Florida State. We played Miami. And some days it would get tough, like you're in the game, you looking in the stands, you really don't see your family, you know what I'm saying? Like, people call me saying they're watching on TV, but it's a different type of feel when we would play Florida State. My grandma had the game, my mom had the game, and all that type of stuff. But I think when it comes to, like, going out to state, it's just on the kids. Like, some kids need to get away. Some kids need to get away. Like for me and me and Derwin was kind of different. Like me and him always kind of like leaders. So no matter where we was gonna go, we wasn't gonna let nobody influence us. But I see some kids like they too stuck on their friends. Like they don't know how to get away from them. Their friends have been following them to Tallahassee or Gainesville. Them the ones that need to get away. So once you get to college, man, like you got like 2 years to set your name. So you gonna get your ass looked over. If you don't do that early, you out of there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy, man. So, Rel, tell me, like, because you know everybody think that like you gonna go from high school and be the big dog in college as soon as you step on there. They don't understand the fact that you starting from the bottom. Like you got some seats you got to take. Man, tell me about that experience and how you knew that hey, I'm about to be the man or whatever. Like in practice or a game or whatever, like a situation.
I like I said earlier, I was always kind of like the underdog on the AAU team. Like a lot of people don't understand. Like I was coming off the bench, I was just straight defender on the older group team. So I already knew like I was competitive. I knew I had to do to get on the court. So when I went to college, them boys was kind of like the intent was kind of bad. So I was like, man, I ain't trying to hear nothing nobody got to say. Y'all was trash, so ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, telling me to pick up no bags and do nothing like that. So I kind of like set the tone the first day of practice. Like, I was just going at everybody. Like, it's just basketball. So once I kind of went in there and just, like, you know, made a name for myself in the gym, in the weight room, and coach was like, I'm going to make you a starter. So I started from the beginning. So I kind of just push it like this is my team, everybody gonna follow me. I didn't care if I was better than you or not, but I just kind of took it like that, and that's what I always try to just instill in like the rest of the players, younger from the city when we play pickup. Like we've been playing pickup Derwin for how long? Like 8 years. Yeah, about like 8 years. Yeah, about 9 years every summer, and we just go at each other. Like me and Derwin go at each other the most, and most people don't understand that. Like. That's like my brother, but on his court, shit, he got to get his job done. I got to get the job done. So, like, and I saw, like, in him, it was making him competitive. Then he did pass it to Shaq. Like, I tell kids, when you go to college, man, everybody your friend, but you got the job to do, man. You got to do it yourself. You got the job to do.
Yeah. You're right. So, and it's crazy, like, sometimes, like, they'll call the person who know that he got a job to do, like the goody dude. But he's trying to get the bag, bro. Everybody's trying to get the bag, bro. Like, what you there for?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody trying to get the bag, man. So, Derek, on your side, how was it?
Just kind of like piggybacking off of what he said. Like, like, at the end of the day, you got a job to do. Like, yeah, you cool with all these boys. You can be cool all you want to, but like you said, when you get on that court, any real athlete knows, like, y'all can be cool, but when we start competing, yeah, all that go out the window. I'm trying to be the man on this team. Like I want this to be my team, so I ain't gonna be taking it easy on you when we go to practice. When we do anything, like we could be anything when it comes to competitiveness. As far as me trying to get this starting spot, like you got to do whatever you got to do. Like it ain't no, like you said, like I was the man in high school. I got to college, I was just like another person until I really made a name for myself.
Yeah.
You really got to go out there and make a name for yourself.
Yeah, Frankie Rod, bro. Like, ain't it crazy how, like, the kids who parents transfer them from school to school to school, from AAU team to AAU team to AAU team, they still doing the same thing in college, bro. And it's not terrible, but they in a transfer portal and not even giving them the opportunity. Some kids, they there for, like, a freshman year, and they already transferring.
Man, honestly, truthfully, I can say this, and I know this for sure. Like, the way we grew up, on the side of town we grew up, it was never ever an option for you to give up and move nothing. You couldn't stay here, you couldn't grind. We didn't have option to bust and go nowhere. You gonna be a soldier, either you gonna cop out and not play, or you gonna put your ass. You know what I'm saying? You gonna do the best you can. Like point blank period, there ain't no running. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gonna learn to stay here, you gonna stay focused, you gonna grind. If not, don't play. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't an option for us. You know what I'm saying? A lot of kids these days, they got options. Oh, I can't look at this school, so I'm going to transfer to this school. Okay, I can't play at this school because I ain't good enough, so I'm going to go to this school. We want no option with us. Either you get good or you get out. End of the day.
Yeah. The biggest...
They got way too many options now.
No, the biggest issue is this, bro. Like, with the generations, like, our parents, like, really didn't have it like that, right? So now we got it a little bit. We ain't even got it like that, but we got it a little bit, right? but we give our kids everything, bro. So like they got
they don't work for that.
They don't work for that. So it's actually the parents who instill that in the kids, and this next generation is crazy. I don't even know if they're gonna. I don't even know if they're gonna work. I don't know what they're gonna do, bro. Because like we instilling some bad traits in our kids, bro. We gotta take some things away sometimes. Definitely.
Yeah.
You did your time at FSU, you know, and then what happened, you know, when you graduated, bro? Like, what was your thought process? Was it MBA? I know you went overseas, but like, what all happened?
But no, like I had somebody that could tell me, like, I remember he called me when I didn't get drafted. I already knew I wasn't getting drafted.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, but just stay focused, like. You know what I mean, it's some money to be made overseas, like, so I ain't take not getting drafted personally. Like, it was just like, I'm finna get to work right now so I can get overseas and take care of my family. That was the whole thought process.
Yeah, and that's one of the main reasons I want to have both of y'all on, because y'all are the two people that I see on social media that been overseas and y'all came back to the States and y'all ain't working for nobody, man. Y'all doing y'all thing. So like, it's a big thing. And I like, but I looking at your page. I'm like, bro, I don't see no UPS on that mug, no nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so it's overseas cats, bro, that come back over here, bro, and they got to work. So like, y'all did something right. So I'm like, bro, I got to get these dudes on the podcast, bro. It wasn't about the Jacksonville thing. It was more about that. All right, so
it's different. Like, it's different. Like what you asked her for me, like I kind of felt like I was gonna get drafted. Like there was a lot of teams, a couple teams said they're gonna draft me, but when I didn't get drafted, I remember that night, you know, like, and soon as I get drafted, I get 2 phone calls. It was my agent. I just didn't want to talk to my agent. I felt like he had lied to me, which he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was James Collins, JC. At the time, I didn't know JC like that. You know, like, if you go to Jackson, JC like a myth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was scared of him. Like, he always try to get me to work out. I was like, man, I ain't working out that nigga. I was scared of him. So, like, he just called my phone out the blue. Like, I don't even know how he got my number. Like, he called my phone. I was like, who this is? He was like, this JC, man. I'm just telling you, like, man, I know you hurt. Don't waste all the years chasing the NBA, man, go overseas and make money. And at the time, that's when the D-League had just really came out.
Mm-hmm.
So, I had an offer to go, like, number 2 pick in the D-League, and I was looking at the contract. I'm like, man, God damn, this shit here ain't no money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was broke, but I wasn't trying to stay broke.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I went overseas, you know, Turkey first, and my main goal was to go over there and just, you know, make a decent life. But then when I started seeing the money they was making, I'm like, man, I can do this. Then with Derwin, them, they was coming behind me. So, you know, I went through some stuff so they wouldn't go through. So we always talk about ages and what teams to go through and all that. And then much of people see us ball, me and Derwin talk about saving money and investing money more than anything. So that was the main thing. Like, man, when you finish playing ball, man, you gonna have options, not just, you know, you got to come back and work. And what a lot of people don't understand, the money is different overseas. So it's not like everybody go over there making great money. And not everybody go over there. You know, players get cut. You'll never know. It ain't on the ESPN, like, you know, players get cut. It's a lot of stuff be going on. Then a lot of players, you know, they don't save their money. That's another thing. And you can go over there, and me and Derwin have been through this. You can go over there and they don't pay you your money.
Yeah,
like, that's
he told me about it.
People don't talk about.
Yeah.
Don't talk about.
Yeah. So that's crazy. That's crazy.
A big thing.
So when you go over there, he was saying that, like, you start off at a certain level of money, right? And you got the ball out, and then you go to the next level team or next country or whatever, and it's more money. So that's how it works?
Yeah, it's basically like every year, unless you sign like a 2-year contract, and even if you sign that, nothing is guaranteed or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you really like every year you playing for a contract. So it's basically like you got to be on your shit every year. You play bad, your money gonna go down. So you really got to be on your shit. Ain't nothing given to you. They don't care what college you come from. Don't care who you is. Like, your first day, you not a rookie. You know how you get a rookie year? You're not a rookie. You're a grown man from the beginning.
So can you give me a ratio of, like, how much you're making in the G League versus how much you're making your first contract overseas? Just a ratio. It don't got to be exact.
That's tough. Like, because we're gonna say a player from North Carolina or something. They got a kind of like a name. At the most, he might make 150, 200 his first year. Then you got players from mid-majors like come from Virginia Tech. They might make 80, 60, 70, 80. Then you got some players from smaller schools. They might make 40 or 50. But the thing about overseas, this dude who made 150, he might play okay. He might get a contract for 350. The dude who made 40 or 50, he might play great. He might jump up to 500. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can just go. It can just go different overseas. Anything can happen. Like, coaches can go to a bigger team and he can take you. Like, it's just so different overseas.
And then, and then how about the growing up aspect of it? Because it's more growing up than college. Because you're in a place where nobody don't speak your language, or they might do speak your language or whatever. But did your agent take you over there, or you just flew over there and did what you had to do?
But when you first get over there, you fly in. The coach of the
I forgot about that.
The coach of the GM pick you up. Like, they take you to the hotel, and they gonna be like, all right, you got testing in the morning. You got to go take, like AIDS tests and drug tests and all that type of stuff first day. Then from after that, man, you just straight practice. They leave you in an apartment. They give you a car. They'll tell you, like, after 7 days, you're supposed to get paid. And like me, I ain't know how to cook. I didn't know how to wash clothes. Like, I was fucked up. I ain't know. Like, nobody, you in college, you talking about you grown, but you're not really grown in college. Your parents still and your people still giving you money. Now you grown.
Yeah.
And they drop you off. Yeah, you better learn. Like me, I went in the middle of the season, so I had to learn all the plays in the middle of the season. It's different rules. Like, they cussing you out like you in college. That's one of the main reasons I stopped, man. I ain't finna be 33 years old, man. You talking to me like I'm 19, and I ain't finna keep. You know what I'm saying? They be on your ass, boy.
Yeah.
They be on your ass. Like, but you grow up, like, and for me, I used to live in the box. Like, I give me my little PlayStation, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't doing that. Then after a while, I started, opening up, learning about different religion, and learning these people's country and seeing why people hate Americans, and understanding that the world is not about white and black. It's really about power and money. So overseas helped me grow up a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand that. That's a great point that you said, that it's not about white and black. It's about money, man. All day long, bro.
Yeah.
All day long.
But for real, Randy, like hearing real talk, like you when growing up, like being in Brentwood, ain't too many people out of our neighborhood, out of that area that went somewhere like that. He was out. Him and Arnold Jackson were our neighborhood celebrities, like for real, out of Brentwood. I can't say the whole city of Jacksonville, but just at Pearl and that area there, like Reb and Arnold was the dudes. Even though it was cool people that could have did something with it. But, they was that. But you could tell when Brent was younger, man, he'd be at the park, like, early in the morning. Like, you could tell he had some kind of aura about him to be something great, be who he is today. Like, you could see that on him when he was younger. Because I'm older than him. I look at him like, play against him, man, he a lefty. You know what I'm saying? He was like, he gonna play. He like, on the lefty over there, really. You know what I'm saying? He gonna play, though. So, like, growing up, he's like, man, well, he's a little real. Then, you know what I'm saying? But he's like, man, a little real, man, he's straight. He gonna whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm proud of him today, and I knew that he was gonna be this, man. How he talking, how he taking over our neighborhood now. I heard and I seen that he's taking over, like, certain things, business aspects of our neighborhood, which is the best thing that I can say that anybody can do in their hood is come back and do something for it. Yeah, like, he came from over with the college, dog. Like, I was in the Marine Corps, he was doing this, right? So I came back and everybody telling me, oh man, Rev this, Rev that, Rev this. I was like, I never knew his name was Jamon ever. I always called him Rev. Nobody ever knew his real name.
Nobody knew my real name. Nobody knew my real name.
Like, he was a quiet dude.
Yeah, they're looking for Rev on TV. I'm like, man, that's not my name, man. What are you talking about?
Hey, Derwin.
Like, he grew up, man. He grew up. You could tell, like, certain people, dog, just like your son, Sean, man. Like, everybody tell you the same thing. You could tell there was going to be something when they was younger because of the way they carried themselves. Like, I had to go to the party, get high to hoop. You know what I'm saying? he hooping. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, like, for real, him and my little brother was together. Him and Sully was together. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a good situation, man. Like, I'm happy to hear what's going on with that generation of us and what he's doing right now, man. You a celebrity, bro. I'm proud of you, man.
Hey, Derwin, you back in here?
Yeah.
Hey, how was your Reb was saying his experience from going from the United States to overseas? What was your experience? Also, the same thing, like going over there. How was it? Like your first time going over?
My first time going overseas, 2011, it was just like the shit crazy. I remember my agent called me and he said I got an offer from Israel. I ain't know what Israel was. But like we don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know nothing about none of these countries. Just to get over there, I'm nervous. You know what I'm saying? I done been on my own in college, but like to get overseas, that's a different level. I was nervous, but when I got there, it was more than I thought it was. Like sweet, like had good teammates. I was in a good situation. So
yeah, that's awesome, bro. That's an awesome situation, man. Hey, man. So before we get out of here, cause I told y'all boys, I can talk about this forever. Tell you the truth. But before we go get out of here, bro, we're gonna just kind of go back to the city and kids and parents and stuff like that, man. I start with Rev, man. What would you tell a parent? You're like, just you know what I'm saying, just in a situation where she got an athlete that got some skills, and she really don't know much, man. What kind of attitude would you tell the parent to have and stuff like that? Just some advice.
Especially like I'm seeing more kids that in situations like with you and your son, these kids are great. So a lot of people seeing money signs, and with women for the most part, with these agents and all these other stuff, they really like for these kids not to have daddies. So that's the main thing. Even some of these coaches, because you know you can manipulate the woman because she don't really know so much about sports.
Yes, sir.
So just like anything you said, like if you're a parent, man, learn the internet, learn what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Trust your child too. You know, trust your child. Don't trust these coaches. Not all of them is for the greater good of the kid. But it's just like it's a tough situation. You got to learn how to reach out to people. You know what I'm saying? That's been through it. That's not really out. Like me and Derwin always don't do a lot of stuff because we know people is all about the money. You know, like I know that you got to make some money in certain situations, but when we go to talking about doing stuff, people already, it's the money off the kids. Like we come from a guy with David Jones, he ain't make nothing off us, and he sent all us to college. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna have the greatest heart like David, but everything don't have to be about money. Like sometimes you just got to do it out of your heart. And some of these women with their kids, they just let them go with these people who using them, not even trying to point them in the right direction. Just like you say, the women are listening to these coaches about all this transfer stuff, not teaching their son how to be a man at a young age. So I just tell them, like, reach out to the right people. If you see somebody else's kid already going through it, reach out to the fathers that's in the kid's life. Just open your mouth and reach out.
Yeah, man. One thing about David Jones, me and him met at a crazy time. So he wanted to get Sean to play for the Lee Bulls. I was overseas. So he came and talked to my wife at a basketball game. And they met, and my wife told me about it and stuff like that. And it's just, I feel like the internet era can just kind of kill Lee Bulls. I just felt like other teams got the better players on one team, and I was like, at that time, I just couldn't do Jacksonville players. I wanted my son to play with the best because my son got a chance to play with Ben Simmons, like numerous other NBA players or whatever at each one teach one.
That's smart. That's smart.
I know, but it killed the situation. And at the time though, I take a chance on somebody if I know they got a great heart. But I didn't know David did all the stuff he did until I met y'all or read about stuff on y'all. I didn't know that. I definitely didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah, that dude got a great heart, and he did a whole lot. I just think that internet era kind of killed it, man. Man.
But I answer this question for like motivation, man. Just understanding like right now in this area, all these young kids dying, man. Like this is probably the worst time I ever seen in the city where these young kids are dying. Like we watched our friends, a couple of our friends, and they died growing up, but like these young kids are dying at a rapid rate. Like if that don't motivate you to want to get your mama, sister, brother, your whole family out the city, I don't know what it is, because there ain't no coming back after that. Like this is probably the first time in Jacksonville where I be nervous, like going around the city. So I can imagine how these kids is. So like that should motivate you along and just wanting to be great, having a better life.
Yeah.
Like you say, like Jacksonville is not it. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger places, like, and all places are going through the same thing we going through. So like you got to understand that, like you got to grow up early. And like you said, sometimes we give our kids too much too early where they don't have to work for nothing. And that's why they liking that competitiveness, because they already got it. Like half of the time we ain't know what, I ain't gonna say the next meal, but we ain't know when the next outfit was coming for sure. So I just said, I'm gonna start playing basketball for my money. Like, somebody going, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go to one of these traps and show my stat sheet and get me $20. Well, I just found the way that, you know what I'm saying, and keep the right people around you. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of kids have yes men around them. My biggest critic was my biggest fan, my homeboy James Middleton. And, you know, everybody probably see him online clowning everybody. And he ain't got no legs. You know, he got 2 fake legs, but he's one of the most competitive people I ever played against growing up. So he pushed me to be better. And I just had the right people in my corner. And these kids got to understand, man, it's real life. It's real. It's changing. It's hard out here for black men. So you got to really step to the plate.
Yeah, man. I want to piggyback. Hey, that was great what you just said on James, man. Me and him always butt head on the internet, man. But I said that dude about he's about his family and about his kids, bro. I definitely see that, bro. But what you said,
he love your son. He love your son too. I hope you know that.
Oh no, I know it. I know it, but he's just that type. He competitive. Yeah.
He talking.
Yeah.
He talking.
For sure. I ain't tripping. I don't trip at all, man. But and that's why I follow him or whatever. But that's good, man. So Derwin, you still ain't in there, right? Nah, he ain't in here.
He's phone.
He messed up. All right, Frank Herrera, bro. This great episode, man. Take us out, bro.
Man, good episode. You know, happy to have some people here that, you know, are from the area with most of the situations going on in the city. You know, I'm happy to have these 2 guys on to show you that it's an option to get out. It's an option to do something. It's an option. Whether you had any situations going through in your life, man. These gentlemen here that talked today all went through it. People dying, not having no education, not knowing nothing. They all went through it and made it out of it. So it's a possibility if you really want it, you can make it happen. So, you know, that's really how it goes. If you want it, you can go get it. But how bad you want it, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you, bro, man. We out, man. All right, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Thank you, boy.
All right, man.